again, from there, like, okay, how do I make it work with my, antisocial brain?
Okay. No, I mean, yeah, it makes perfect sense. I mean, especially, I guess, like you're antisocial, if you say so, but I mean, going up on stage is very also, I don't know, it's a lot. I mean, if I were antisocial, I don't think I'd be able to like go up on stage and do what you do, honestly, because that's so nerve wracking for me.
Yo, it is the paradox of my life.
Right. No,
You know
definitely.
what I mean? It is like two sides of a coin. But no, just and honestly, thank you so much for coming up and talking and taking time out of your work day. It means a lot.
Of course. Thank you. I will retrieve back into the chat.
Beautiful. Tom, hi, hello, welcome. Would you like to ask a question and say hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are
So
you?
good. Um, yeah, there's actually it's funny. A few people have covered what I was actually going to ask, and as I guess a couple comments, the merch, some of the latest stuff. You said you actually designed it yourself, along with teaching yourself. You're basically learning aspects of design, and your merch when I have it on is people always ask, "Well, what's that?" I mean, I never get asked about other shirts. You know, like a Depeche Mode shirt. Okay, kind of obvious, but it's who's that or who's the woman with a bouquet of flowers for a head? And
Well,
um,
it's funny. I learned so much from collaborating like with my dad on like a lot of the early merch. And then really in like the last 2 years, I've been, and I feel like everyone on Discord has seen it because when I'm designing merch, I like come in and I'm like, hey, what do you guys think? What do you want? So it makes me happy that that's like seen externally.
yeah, it absolutely is. The collaborations and whatnot. There's a permanent fixture, which is I don't know how many here have heard it. I suspect just about everybody, but the just a feeling track that you did the vocals on with Phantoms, that's like a permanent playlist fixture.
Damn,
And
that's like a whole different world.
it is, but still, it's just, I don't know. Your vocals have enough room in that track that I don't know, it's compelling. So,
Oh, amazing. That honestly means a lot. And especially again, it's like there's two different modes of collaboration too. I guess I'll like expand on it. There's the mode of essentially like, okay, I'm stepping into someone else's world, and that mode of collaboration is actually much easier and more natural for me. And then the secondary mode is like having people step into my world, and I think that that distinction is really important because I'm happy, I'm way better at stepping into other people's worlds than having them come into mine.
yeah, from a decision making and control standpoint, certainly would feel very different.
Yeah, exactly.
One other thing, this is actually a question of sorts. You had mentioned, and perhaps I missed something along the way, in terms of the call them the other tracks or the ones that don't quite fit. What was the plan? Is there something like a non-album plan with those that I may have missed in there somewhere?
Yeah, so I mean, I have a few plans that, again, don't hold me to any of this. I'm just spitballing in chaos. But I definitely, the album is narrative and it limits what can go on it because I really want to be very intentionally telling a story, right? But
Yeah.
there are other songs that fit in the world of the record as like these appendages, and so I'm just like, great, you guys deserve to hear those too, even if they don't fit perfectly. And then I have this whole concept of I want to like re-record old songs, like I want to re-record Weekend, um and give you
That'd be
guys
cool.
like these earlier EPs that, maybe I look back on and I'm like, fuck, I would have done that differently. And so like I have all of these intentions, etc. But again, it's like I'm like one foot in front of the other, one step at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand the fit fully, but some of the most compelling narratives or conversations are the ones that are nonlinear and tangential. So That's my 2
Yeah.
cents anyway.
Trust me, the album era does not end with the release of the album.
Excellent.
Beautiful. Well, it's so good
Thanks.
to talk to you. Thank you so much for coming up. I think I'll see you in
too.
Orlando. Yeah, thank you so much.
Weird change of venue. Yeah, a much sweatier venue. Down here.
I've never played. I've played one show in Orlando, and so I'm excited to see the difference.
That'll be cool.
Amazing. Aubrey, hi. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
You know, I'm chilling. I'm just on my couch talking to you guys. How are you doing? Or you said good already. I'm asking the same question. You want to ask a
You
question
can just go on a loop. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly. For the next hour.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for doing this. This is awesome. I now think that you should do a B-sides EP and just call it Appendages based on what you just said a second ago.
Honestly, that's not a bad idea. We'll source it in the Discord. We'll like narrow it down. I spent one day just like going through old demos and having people vote on them.
Oh, wow.
So I feel like again, there's a lot of room. It's just you forget how much it takes to like put out an album. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't know about this Discord. This is a new thing for me. So I don't know if there's like, do we need an invite or a link to join?
Yeah, I think there was one in this chat, but also if you go to my Instagram, it's in the stories.
Oh, cool. Okay.
They exist on all of the fucking social media platforms. Whichever one you use, you can find it.
Sweet. Okay. Well, I have a very specific question about the writing process. So I write screenplays like hobby level, not for a job. But whenever I write anything, I feel like I usually hear the music kind of going with everything that I'm imagining seeing, like while I'm writing it out. And it just made me wonder if you ever have kind of the reverse of that. Like when you're writing music, are you imagining certain visuals to go with the music that you're writing?
I think it happens in a process, and it really depends what stage of a record I'm at in writing. So in the beginning, I have nothing. In the beginning, it's like a seed that like potentially represents a feeling, right? And it's like it's like a I don't know. It has no not that it has no personality, but it's just the feeling. And so there's not a lot of visuals attached to it. And like the visuals come when you get more in depth with the production. The visuals come once you have a better sense of like the arc and the narrative and like the overall theme. And so for me, once that comes into shape, there's a song on the record called None of You. And it's fine. It's, you know, I'm not giving away too much. And when I wrote that